What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm trying cinematic mode, see how it looks. I think it looks okay. Looks pretty cool, actually. So let's get on the road. Don't want to be here for too long. It's already 2 something, like 2:11, I think. So it has been a day, but that's the fun of it, you know. We live every day, and we choose to be here. We make an option to be here because if you don't, then someone will make that option for you, make that choice for you. You don't. You want to sit back and let it happen. I mean, could go either way, but most likely the choices will be made for you. Choices will be made in terms of what people will decide for you. So, regardless of a hard or easy life, it's more of what you want to do. It's choice, especially here in America, in a first world country. I'll say, quote unquote, because I don't know. The thing, okay, I want to call it a first world country because it is. I mean, we got tons of money, we got nuclear bombs, we can destroy any country, love any country. Of course, there's problems with that come with that, but besides the point. But I want to say we're a first world country, but kids starve in America. Like they really do. I forgot the statistic for it, but I think it's like I don't know, 30% of kids in schools like need school lunch because they don't eat at home. It's like that's crazy, dude. Like I never thought about that when I went to school. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like oh man, school lunch sucks, you know. And that was always the thing. Everybody always said like, oh yeah, school lunch like it's all right. I mean, I love. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna admit, I kind of like I kind of like school lunch. I like school lunch. I like I like breakfast. Oh my god, dude! Every morning I would go get breakfast. Like I loved it. It might have been the healthiest thing. Okay, there was a rumor going around school too in my school that the chocolate milk had like bird or like mouse poop in it. I don't know how like legit that was. Some girl took a picture in our class of her milk and it had like this dried up thing inside. I mean, it's gonna make me gag right now because I can't stomach that kind of stuff. But it's just funny. I mean, I don't think it was the case because it helps me cope better because I drank it all through my school years. So I hope that's not the case. But yeah, but look, okay, I like the food. I'll admit that. I like the food a lot. It was great. I mean, I found it good. I always ate everybody else seconds. I mean, I didn't care. I was hungry. I was like, you're not gonna eat that? I'll eat it. Like, if you don't care, I'll eat it. Like, you don't have herpes. Like, I don't think I've never. It's not like I was like eating everybody's food, but food that was untouched. A packet of applesauce, whatever it would be. I'm like, I'll eat it because I'm hungry. Like, I don't care. But anyways, yeah, I always, everyone's always like, oh yeah, school lunch is like, yeah, it's all right. It's like maybe like one or two things that were good, but for me, I'm like, okay, whatever. But some people actually needed that, so I'm like, man, some of them must have been saying like, oh yeah, that it sucks, but in reality, that's all they ate. So I can't imagine that kind of reality. I can't imagine now. I would assume if they're in school and they're not eating, their parents are trying to give them food, but they can't, which is insane. I mean, I don't know, it's insane. If I absolutely had to, which I am privileged to work, I'll say that I'm privileged to work. I'm able-bodied. I got a support system with my wife. Okay, I got a good support system with my wife, so I can, if we had to, I could work all day long and not have to worry about my kid because my wife is with him, right? I'm speaking on that because I am privileged. There's other instances where people that, I'm thinking of people that only have one parent, um, stuff like that, where they can't just leave their kid alone. They can't do stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. It's really sad. I really don't. I don't know. I can't imagine that because I don't have a kid. I'm like, I can't imagine not being able to provide provide for my kid. Like that's crazy. It's really a stark reality for that because the kids need to learn, they survive. They should be worried about what shirt they're gonna wear. They should be worried about what shirt they should wear. They should be worried about if they're gonna fit in, not about if they're hungry. It's like on top of everything else, it's like that doesn't make any sense. It's like when you're down on your luck, and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, here's your bill," and then or you're like, "Here's something else you have to pay that you have to pay right now because, or else you're gonna lose something because we forgot to mail it to you or something." I don't know, but like something just out of nowhere. Now you're just like, "What the hell? Like that's not fair." And I'm sure they feel the same way too. So that sucks. I wish it wasn't like that. So I can't say we're a first world country, and that goes for I guess every country. But yeah, there's so much food wasted in our companies that we have here in America. I mean, all the food. I know there's I know there's like food banks and all that, but it doesn't. I think there's a large amount of food being wasted. I need to double check that because it should be a good number, but a lot of food is wasted. That can go to other people. So I guess is as good as it gets, unless you could move to Denmark. I heard Denmark has great society. I would hope so because it can't be like this. I mean, here in America, it's like here in America, it's like I feel like it was the base. It's like okay, you can work. It's like you can work. You have to go get a job. You have to go get the job. So there's work. You just have to go get it. But I never had the reality that you want to work, but there's just no jobs. Like other countries have it like that, right? In third world countries, there's just like no jobs to go around. And there's no cash flow. There's no economic uh, incentives for companies to be built, businesses to be built. There's no capital for businesses to be built because there's no cash flow. So there's no jobs, and people struggle and can't find the way. And through that struggle, I guess socioeconomic problems, stuff like that happens, and now you got people making money illegally. You have people making money different ways. People doing stuff differently. People trying new things. People getting into groups and figuring things out and making money in a bad way, perhaps. So yeah, but I'm not speaking on that too much because I don't know much about that. So that's just me speculating on what happens. But if you're in dire need and you gotta feed people, it's like, well, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Like if I was down on my luck, I absolutely had nothing. Absolutely had nothing. I'm gonna say this. I'll say it on a factual basis or on a level. If I had absolutely nothing to go for, like I couldn't find a job, nobody was hiring, I'm gonna do things I have to do to feed my family. Like that's how it is. Like I who wouldn't do that for their families? Like if I had to walk a mile, if I had to walk to work, like yeah, it would suck, and I would be upset about it. I would do it. Of course, in the reality that in America, it's like, well, you could probably just get a car and a loan, moped, whatever. But yeah, you get what I'm saying though. It's like you do what you have to do for the people you love. So I'm not saying I agree because it's not. I'm not saying I agree with anybody on any group, but or anything like that. I'm just saying I understand if you're in a dire poverty, you have nothing, absolutely nothing. You have no money, you have no job. People are dying, people are starving. There's no medical attention being brought to people. There's people that are sick, that are dying because there's no medicine available, no money to give them medicine or proper medical attention. So you do what you gotta do, and you know extremes are built. So it's horrible. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anyone was born evil. I don't think that's true. I don't think anybody was born evil. That doesn't make sense. I mean, why would people be born evil? I don't think. I think people can be born with mental disorders that don't allow them to register things normally. But I do not think anyone is born evil. I think everyone, hypothetically, if everybody was born in a situation where they had a good support system, good parents, good family, good upbringing, got opportunities, but not all of them, but they got opportunities, and then they work for the ones that want it. I think if everybody had that kind of lifestyle, there wouldn't be people fighting for things. But it goes again back to the resources thing where I was saying it's resources. If people had resources, they wouldn't be fighting. They wouldn't be needing to fight. Think of like Mad Max, like any post-apocalyptic movie. It's about resources. It's about surviving. It's about needing what you want. Of course, you're always gonna have greedy people that are gonna want more than they need. Capitalism, I guess, but it's like people just want resources. Well, let's just say hypothetically, they already had their own land, their own planet, their own resources, an abundance of resources for each and every one. No one had to fight. No one had to debate about who goes to what, who goes to whose money goes to whose. If it was like that, nobody would be fighting. But we have enough. That's the thing. We have enough. But people make it. People, the higher ups, I'm sort of like Illuminati here, so put on your tinfoil hat because it's about to go crazy. But people create this feeling of scarcity. There isn't scarcity. There isn't scarcity. People make it feel like, oh, companies, execs, people that have bonuses tied to these sort of stuff, they're the ones saying, they're the ones making the demand to be so high for these things. It's not like that. It's not like that. There is no scarcity. There are for some things, but for food and all that, there's no scarcity. It's not like that. It doesn't mean food should be free. It doesn't mean food should be $1 for everything. No, I'm just saying people will people make it seem like things can be shared for everybody, but and I'm not saying I'm not leading to any communistic mentality or anything like that. Not that in theory it's bad, but no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying people. I feel like society, capitalism, capitalistic ways that we're in right now, it doesn't help anybody because everyone feels like everything costs so much money because they create this false narrative about of scarcity, all these things, and it doesn't help anybody. So people fight, and people get into arguments. People fight over this stuff. People have to make ends meet, and that stresses people. People that are stressed out going to work, that's not a good equation. People stressed out leaving home. People stressed out building that stress up over the week, over a month, over a year. They'll snap, and you get people that are go to extremes to cope with their solution, their ideas, and act upon them, and then you get extremists. So not good. America, the government says we have a mental health crisis, but nothing's been done about that. No, nothing's been done about that. So just let it fix itself, I guess. But who knows? We'll see how all that goes down. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.